All right, gang, here we go. We are on our falling action two. We've been writing our personal narratives. We've been putting in a lot of work. You should really feel pretty proud about what you've done. Up till today, at the very least, you have 5 paragraphs. After today, you will have 6. So we have done our exposition, our rising action. We've done our climax, our falling, and now we're on our falling action. All right. So grabber, paragraph 1, and that involved part of the rising action 1. We have rising action 2, rising action 3, the climax, then falling action 1, and today, falling action 2. So that's where we are at today with our personal narrative. All right, I'm going to take you over to my slide of what I was writing. I ran out of room on my slides, so you can see I highlighted what I did today in yellow. This is where I left off yesterday. So today, I forgot to talk about that. Today, falling action 2, my mom tells me after all the horrible things I did, I have to stay. I have to go to the game, which is weird. This is all Sister Dorothy's doing because she wants to check up on me. I find out years later, and the whole convent is there cheering me on. All right. So I left off. The last line I had in my rising action 1 was I couldn't hear what was said, but the next thing I knew, my mom was in my room telling me to get ready for my basketball game. That was the last line of rising action 1. Now we are on to rising action 2. She must be out of her mind, I remembered thinking. There was no way in the world she was going to let me play, not after what I had done. But when I looked at her, she was dead serious. In a flash, I put on my uniform and we were off. My entire family piled into the station wagon. This couldn't be happening. How in the world would I ever be able to face everyone? I just wanted to crawl into a deep hole and to disappear, but that wasn't going to happen. So you can see I'm showing a little bit of emotion. When we got to the gym, the fans were tightly packed together like a can of sardines. Smack dab in the center of the stands were a colony of black and white penguins. As my eyes focused better, I realized the entire convent was there. Were they checking up on me? Sister called my mom and dad over, and the crowd parted like the Red Sea to make room for my entire family. When the game started, everyone began chanting my name. Eileen, Eileen, Eileen. Under any other circumstances, this would have been the coolest thing in the world. But this just seemed to make everything worse. The louder the crowd cheered, the worse I played. When the game finally ended, I was the first one out of the gym. I just wanted to go home and get the day over with. That night, as I laid in my bed, I kept playing the day's events over and over in my mind. Oh, what I wouldn't pay for a redo. I didn't know how I'd ever get over the shame and humiliation of the horrible choices I had made. There was no one else to blame except myself. So I am done with falling action 2. Tomorrow we're going to be hitting the resolution. Try to use your figurative language, your sensory details. We've been working hard on this. It will pay off in the end. Then you won't have as much to put in later. So do that now. If you have any questions, reach out to Mr. Netz or myself. That's what we're here for. Also, we have been hosting our 2:00 meet. Those students who have been coming and listening and sharing have been doing a really good job with their personal narrative. So I invite you to come out. All right. Have a good day. Happy writing.